Happy New Year! Happy 2020! 365 days of endless possibilities. A lot of people, want to work out, eat healthier, travel more, etc., etc. But you know what your New Year's resolution should be? Finally taking that step to buying a house. Maybe you're a young professional who's ready to leave that nest. Maybe you're looking to start a family and need a bigger space. Or maybe you just want a new house. Why the hell not? These are all very valid reasons, and Treo Realtors is here to help you make that first step to getting your new home. Head to Treo Realtors for more information or just hit us up on social media. Treo, we do real estate better. Now, on with the show.
For the week of January 6th, 2020, welcome to This Week in Cincinnati, the podcast dedicated to bringing you the news of the Queen City without all of the depressing parts. This week we'll be discussing the McMicken controversy, the perfect Cincinnati hangover cure, wrangling pythons, and much, much more.
Glorious Cincinnati! It is sensational for Cincinnati! It's skyline time. And this one belongs to the Reds.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to 2020.
Yeah, here we are in a new decade.
Everyone said there's no way this podcast will last into 2020. And you know what I said?
Here we are.
I hope you're right. But here we are.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's free to put out a podcast. Therefore, there's nothing stopping us from doing this every week.
That is true.
Except ourselves.
Yes. But we like it. And people like it.
But we like it.
Yeah.
And we think people like it. All of the comments we get from family and friends are all so positive.
Extremely positive. Love it. Also, I want to shout out all of our listeners in Ireland. 20% of our listens over the last 5 weeks have been from Ireland.
I think there's just someone who's really, really into the podcast.
Maybe. It was 70. It was like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't know. Well, I don't know if we know how many people, but it was.
Yeah, no.
But
I didn't check individual.
Yeah. That's some serious dedication to the Queen City.
I love it.
From overseas.
I love it.
Yeah. So if you think there's not much to do around here for whatever reason,
yeah,
there's people in Ireland who think this is like the most exciting place in the world.
For sure.
Which is great.
I love it.
So how was? Let's see. We've been off for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I guess like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So how has your last 3 weeks been?
A blur. I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
I do know that I spoke about it I guess it was just on social. I mentioned what I was going to do for the weekend when we recorded our last one. And I said I was going to go check out Bowdry Pastries at White Oak Coffee. And I don't get to White Oak Coffee very often. It's over on Cheviot Road, like just south of Coleraine. And I live in Delhi, and I'm not driving 20 minutes to go get a cup of coffee. So, but especially with Sailor Park Coffee that just opened, and it's really, really awesome. And it's like a few minutes from my house. But their coffee is fantastic. And this French pastry chef, can't remember his first name, but his last name is
probably Baldry. Robert or Jean or something along.
But he had all his wares there, and everything was delicious. I actually used to work at a French restaurant that made all their own pastries in-house in New York, and this was like right on par. It was delicious.
I worked at Uptown Bakery at Miami University.
Look at you.
So I also can attest to what it's like to make scones.
Yum, I love making scones.
And by making them, I mean putting them out or unfreezing them and
Right.
putting them in the oven briefly.
Nice. Warming them up. Very
Yes.
good. But yeah, these were really good. And I guess he's going to have a location. He's going to be selling out of a coffee place that I could not find on Google. I think it's brand new, opening up in Pleasant Ridge in February.
What's it called?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I posted it on Instagram.
So that was your whole break.
That's the only thing
Christmas
I remember, the
occurred.
pastries. Oh, I went
New
to the
Year's occurred.
I know. Well, I mean, that stuff was obviously good, but nobody wants to hear about that. I got this sweater I'm wearing today, so that's nice.
Oh, you guys should see this sweater. Oh man,
it's very grown up. I feel like
you do look grown up,
like a middle-aged woman, but very chic. But we went to the Cyclones game this past weekend for, what do they call it? Retro weekend or throwback weekend, I think. But it was the teddy bear toss night where everyone throws the teddy bears out onto the ice for the Cincinnati police to be able to give to like sad little kids.
Aww.
And so that was fun. And my kid got to play broom ball after the first period, which was fun. He did the national anthem again this year.
He sang it?
Yeah, well, his choir did from school.
I thought just him
personally.
It's like, wow.
I know, right? We'll work on that. Give me a year or two. But so that was really fun. It was a packed game. Obviously, any of those throwback weekends where there's dollar beers, people are doing their dumb beer can pyramids, all these like 22-year-olds that have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
They actually made an announcement, though, that during the break between the second and the third period, you had to take the pyramids down. Which I thought was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm glad people are having fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of people there. We took up an entire row of 14, so that was fun.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't get the invite. So this is a online friendship only. It's a podcast friendship.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so we spent most of the break being sick. My wife had the flu, and my 4-year-old daughter had the flu.
Yikes.
So she was not into Christmas. She got diagnosed with the flu on Christmas Eve, and then just wanted to be held.
Yeah.
Didn't kind of open up a couple presents and was like, eh.
Oh, poor baby.
So, yeah, but we missed all of the family stuff.
Yeah.
And then, it's just, we were we'd recover and then someone else would come down with something. It seems like that's what's going around. So,
yeah. Oh, for sure. The flu's bad this year.
Yeah. So we've pretty much just been trying to recover, and we've been afraid to do anything with people because all of our friends also have some sick kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you want to go and swap symptoms and be down with
well,
something
and
else
if you've
for a
got
week?
the flu and then somebody else has something else, your immune system's down already, so you're definitely going to get it.
Well, and the weird thing, it's like, oh, you're sick too. What do you have? And they're like, oh, well, we have this. I'm like, oh, we don't have that yet.
Yeah, and you're like, stay away from me.
I guess we won't hang out. So most of our plans got canceled.
Yeah.
For the bulk of the time, but really, I mean, we're moving here in a couple months.
Yeah.
So we're painting and packing and organizing, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's not the fun part.
I have a new appreciation for people that have to go through this process.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually I try to make them feel good, like, oh my gosh, it looks so amazing. You've worked so hard. Mm-hmm. Wow, you bet you're exhausted. Like I say the right stuff because now I'm reminded,
but now you really mean it.
That's all legit. Like, I'm not just trying to, like, stroke your situation here.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Aw.
So, anyways, enough about us.
Enough about us. Yeah.
At least enough about me. We could talk about you for the next hour. But we can go ahead and talk about what's happened in the Queen City. So, in business, we have 2 stories for you. The new year has officially begun, in case you weren't aware, but Hamilton County Auditor has already sent out a warning of cautionary advice. And that advice is don't abbreviate the year on your check and legal documents in 2020. When writing out the date, make sure you put, for example, January 6th, 2020, and not January 6th of 20. Mm-hmm. Because anyone could easily add extra numbers at the end to falsify your document or check and make it... it could go from 1620 to 162018.
Right. Right.
Or any other year. It could also be, I guess, just 2000. Nothing earlier than 2000.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
I wonder what the benefit would be to backdating a check. Like, lots of legal documents, I could see some fishy stuff there. But, like, if you write them a check and then they make it old, the bank won't cash it.
Oh, it's only like 90 days or something?
I don't know exactly what it is on a personal check, but I know my mom, God love her, wrote a check for Gavin for his birthday. He was turning 12, and she, instead of writing 2019, she wrote 2012 because that must have been like what was on the brain. And the bank was like, "Yeah, we can't cash that." So I just had her.
I mean, maybe it's a record of payments showing that actually you started this agreement because I have a check from you in January of 2019.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Was when I got your first payment.
That makes sense.
It's been a year since you've... So, I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit of fear mongering.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
But it's one of those things where if you first of all, don't write checks anymore. Nobody writes checks. So that'll save that whole half of the dilemma.
I feel like I only really write them for school. Like for PTA stuff and whatever. Like if it's like $150 for martial arts, like do I really want to hand them cash?
Well, you electronically do stuff.
But they don't accept it.
Then I wouldn't participate in those organizations because they're behind the times, as they say.
Well,
and also,
being
if
on
you,
the board, I
if
should
you,
probably participate.
Oh, well, they need to bring it up to speed.
Okay.
So but also if you're doing a contract, just get a copy of whatever you sign.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably a lot more of a pain in the butt than just writing out the full year.
Well, but
Now you have to
shouldn't
store
you have
everything?
a copy anyway, though?
Maybe just don't enter into any agreements.
Oh, well,
Like
being a real estate agent, I'm going to hope people are going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess on the date, I'll make sure I write the full
That's a bad
year
idea. I was
of
going
my
to say,
contracts.
maybe your resolution just be satisfied with what you have. Don't go
Or buy
financing
a bigger
stuff.
house.
Or actually, don't be satisfied. This is going terribly wrong.
Despite reducing their advertising costs by 3.9% last fiscal year, P&G has reclaimed the spot as the #1 spender in advertising in the world. Last fiscal year, the company dropped $10.1 billion on advertising. That's insane. Marketing services and digital marketing as well. They narrowly beat out Samsung by $21 million. If you didn't know, P&G actually had the #1 spot from 1987 up to 2018. Last year, they were beat out by Samsung. But now they are atop the marketing mountain again. I'm guessing the fact that they were able to lower it so much is that they're probably switching a little bit more to digital ads like Facebook advertising, which is way cheaper than television ads. Thank you, Gary V. But that's still insane. And but the fact that Samsung is so close, like P&G has such a wide variety of products and services that they offer, and Samsung's like, phones and TVs and refrigerators.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe
That's crazy.
I bet they have more stuff than we realize.
Probably,
But also,
I'm sure.
they have higher margin products, so they probably spend more because for every product
it can.
sold,
Yeah.
they're making, say, $1,000 or
Yeah.
$2,000 versus $699.
Right.
That might be why. But what I thought was kind of interesting was, you always think of P&G as this behemoth, but their revenue is half of what Kroger is. So
Wow.
I was like, I wonder where Kroger is on that list. But they're only domestic for the most part. I don't know if they're, so I looked at their spend for, their ad spend last year. They spent $750 million roughly, compared to the $4.1 billion that P&G spends. But they make twice as much.
$10.1 billion.
Or 10 point. No, that's globally.
But that's globally. It's
Domestically.
4.1 domestically. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and I thought, well, so Kroger can get away with spending a lot less, I guess, because like they're just the grocery store in town. You don't really need to market, even though they made all those stupid cartoon characters.
they spent half of it on
that's
that.
their new spend.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, okay, well, that's because they're running all these physical stores. That's where all their money's going into, is actually providing locations.
Well, and talk about low margin. Like grocery stores is a really low margin business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the better business is to be in. But I'm guessing it's P&G. If you have that kind of a marketing budget,
yeah,
and you don't have to worry about people like all these employees in stores,
yeah,
that would make me happy
for sure. Yeah,
so
we both have a little something to say about that for sure.
Well, in politics, we have two stories for you.
Billions and billions and billions.
City officials are going to vote on whether or not to rename McMicken Avenue in Clifton this week. The motion comes after the University of Cincinnati decided to remove the McMicken name from their College of Arts and Sciences due to him being a slave owner back in the 1800s. However, the school has kept the name in other areas on campus. Charles McMicken left nearly $1 million behind, which back then I think was worth more than $1 million today.
Oh, for sure.
I think. I'm not a math whiz.
Yeah. You want to do that math for us, Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan, what is 1 million from, let's say, 1820 or 1858 in today's dollars? But he left behind that, which was used to start the university, as well as the majority of the land in the area. So he was not, I think he was from somewhere further down south.
Yes.
Out Alabama or something, maybe, or Georgia or something.
I don't remember.
Anyways, and then came to Cincinnati, and then left a bunch of land and some money to start the university. So, they apparently 2 or 3 years ago, they talked about removing his name from the buildings, which apparently the Arts and Science building, they just took his name off, no big deal. Now there's a street that they're wanting to change that name because they thought, hey, if we're going to take him off these buildings, why are we still giving the man a street?
Yeah. So the history behind this, the reason that people are taking his name off of buildings and streets and stuff is because he was a slave owner. I go a little back and forth on this. Like, I feel like I'm not sure I'm allowed to have an opinion on this. But also, like, he did free his slaves upon his death. And, like, there are a lot of people that they're, like, obviously I think anyone that owned slaves was not the best person.
Upon his death, he freed his slaves?
He freed his slaves, yes. He didn't, if I remember correctly, he didn't marry, but he did have some children by some
with
of the
a couple slaves.
Yeah, so, not like upstanding citizen of the year for sure, but from my understanding, he wasn't like a just really terrible guy, like, outside of that. And then upon his death, he seemed to do some good things, and he did start the university and give all the land. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that we have a very robust minority population in the city, and they should maybe voice their opinions on this, and I shouldn't. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
I think it's the first time that you've said you don't have an opinion on something. This is big.
Possible.
Well, so I tried to remove the white privilege out of my, mindset, and I thought, let's say that there was some street where these people used to, murder and torture and own a bunch of white folks. I'd be pretty pissed off if there was a whole, portion of the city dedicated to him. I know he made a lot of money, and I kind of went back to, not to compare the slave trade to Nazi Germany, but there was that company that owned Krispy Kreme and Panera, right? And it was found out that they, were back. They basically built their company using a lot of the free labor that came by, having a bunch of the Jewish people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Help to grow their base, and it was just slave labor in a sense.
Yeah.
And they found this out, and they donated $11 million to charity. How they came up with that number, I don't know. It was a drop in the bucket. But they felt the need to, recant for some of the past sins. And I guess when there's someone not alive, like if there was a corporation that was McMicken Institute of something.
Yep.
And they felt, we need to pay penance of some kind. I guess when someone's dead, the only thing you can do is sort of take their name off of stuff. There's still statues around the university. There's still a lot that they're still doing to preserve this guy's name.
Well, and this isn't the university. This is the city taking his name off
the
the
university first started the whole thing, and then I guess now they're saying, hey, let's...
Maybe they should just really work hard on establishing some African-American scholarships and things like that.
Yeah.
Could be...
I just don't want to forget...
a move in the right
I don't know if it's like the white... a lot of people say, we don't want to erase history.
Yeah. Well, in Germany, they study the Holocaust. They own up to it. Where in America, we do tend to whitewash things. Like how many people don't know that there was a Native American genocide that was worse than the Holocaust? Most people.
Well, and I heard that Fountain Square was built on Native American burial ground.
I have no doubt. No doubt.
Ryan, find out if that's true or not.
So yeah, I think that we shouldn't celebrate people who were bad, but at the same time, we shouldn't just cover it up either and not have it be, there are a lot of Holocaust memorials and things like that in Germany where, kids go and they learn about it and they study it because they don't want to repeat the past. And I feel like we keep repeating the past because we just then stop teaching it. And so that, we can be all patriotic and America's the best. And, America screws up every once in a while. And we should study it.
There you go.
I don't know. There you go.
All right. Well, here are your Cincy Sports in 60 seconds. And I'm going to wait till it says 40 on the clock. All right, go.
Go.
Sam Wyche passed away. Former Bengals head coach Sam Wyche passed last week at the age of 74. Wyche took the Bengals to their last Super Bowl appearance in 1988. I was 7 at the time, as well as their last playoff victory in 1990. Wyche was most famously known for picking up a microphone during a game in 1989 when all the fans were yelling or throwing snowballs on the field and yelling,
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
This is the best way to insult and sort of like get your fans to stop doing stuff and really, fire them up at the same time. It was great. So they stopped throwing snowballs. Bengals, it is official. Bengals had the second worst attendance in the 2019 season. After going 2-14 this season, they had the second worst attendance, only to the LA Chargers, who didn't really have a fan base and were in a smaller stadium to begin with, and whatever, it's miserable. After a 90-minute rain delay, the UC Bearcats football team destroyed the unranked Boston College 38-6 in the Birmingham Bowl last weekend. So probably could have played a higher caliber team, but it is what it is. I'm already over my minute. But I got one more. UC Bearcats are currently 9th in their division, and this is basketball, with an 8-6 record. The next matchup is against Tulsa on Wednesday night, and Xavier is currently in 5th place in the Big East with a 12-3 record, still unranked, however. Xavier will take on Seton Hall this Wednesday evening.
So a couple things to go back to sports. I gotta say, Cincinnati fans having not had any success in a very long time, getting a little unsportsmanlike. I'm not gonna lie. Like at the Cyclones game, and they've started this at the FC games as well. Like when they're announcing the players from the other team, after every player they announce, the fans yell, "You suck." And then it's, "You suck too." And it's just terrible. Like, what the crap?
You can't take anything from the Cyclones game.
No, but they're doing it at the FC Cincinnati games too.
To the other teams. Because you don't get that with the Reds or the Bengals. And I can't speak to these soccer hooligans or to the football hooligans or whatever you call yourselves.
Yeah.
But
I'm with Sam Weich. Like, we're better than this. And I was 11 when he left coaching the Bengals, so I don't have like vivid memories, but I have warm fuzzies for Sam Weich.
That's good.
I'm with him. And then
what else?
Oh, a rain delay in football? What the pansy nonsense is that?
What?
At the bowl game, there was a 90-minute rain delay? They don't play football in the rain?
No, they do play football in the rain.
That's what I thought.
So there's probably something more to that.
Yeah.
Usually, if it's lightning, they can't play.
Yes.
Or do you think that's...
They do the same thing in soccer, but they play in the rain.
Well, maybe there was lightning.
Maybe.
Or maybe the rain caused a flash flood that flooded the field. Or maybe people are like, I didn't fly all the way from Cincinnati to wherever this Ticketmaster Bowl was. Birmingham?
Birmingham?
Yeah, probably in Birmingham.
It couldn't have been that cold. Like,
yeah. They're like, you know what? No one, we're going to inconvenience the 50 fans that actually traveled for this game. Like, no one's going to the Birmingham Bowl. There's more people on the field than in the stands, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, let's move on to entertainment. We have 4 stories for you.
Here's Johnny.
Have you driven downtown recently and noticed that the first C in the Duke Energy Center, Cincinnati, is a little wonky? This is a giant, like, square Cincinnati that lights up at night.
Yes.
It sometimes blinks, turns off, or it's just straight up the wrong color. Well, it turns out it's been broken since August, and it isn't easy to fix. The sign is made up of 82 lighted metal panels, and the entire thing is over 50 feet tall. Duke can change the color of each individual panel with just the touch of a button. The issue first started in August, and the company tried a temporary fix that didn't last long, so they're now looking for a more permanent solution.
Want to hear something funny? I drive past this every day. Never noticed.
Probably because you're looking at your phone the whole time.
I am not.
Yeah. Well, if you looked up once in a while, you'll notice this. Okay?
I'm usually looking at the idiot going 20 miles an hour in front of me.
It's probably cheaper to change the city name to Cincinnati than to just fix the C.
Probably.
Yeah, but no, I know people are really upset about this. They say that it creates a terrible first impression for people traveling into the city.
Oh.
But you know what? If you're coming from Kentucky, you're already pissed off because traffic sucks. You can't get across the bridge.
If you're going down the Cotton Hill, you have more important things to worry about.
That's all these people have plenty of time to notice that the C is the wrong color. You know,
they're just sitting there.
They're just sitting there doing nothing. But you know, they should probably just turn off the sign, okay, or just let it be a different color.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess Duke Energy does not own the sign.
Okay.
It's owned by somebody else. I don't know why someone else would own it or what the point. I don't know if the city just pays them, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Some people have speculated that they're out of the Pittsburgh area. And they're thinking maybe
they're just, like, trolling.
Someone's like, screw this place.
Yeah, that's a sick burn, dude.
We're going to fix it after sick burn. Hey, guys, so you know how... Yeah, it's like, you know what I did? I turned off the top...
One panel.
Yeah, one of the 50 of the 82 panels. It shows a different color now anytime they turn it on. So,
okay.
I don't know. Next time, probably don't put up such a complicated sign.
Maybe. Yeah, it is pretty, though. So, in some more feel-good news, back in 2016, at the age of 22, Daniel Moniz... I don't know how to say that. M-O-N-I-Z. Sorry.
Moniz.
Sorry, Daniel.
Daniel Moniz. It's probably Moniz.
It might be. Of Lebanon, Ohio, spent a month in Florida participating in the Python Bowl. Moniz, man, I'm going to have to say this like 10 more times. Daniel won after capturing 13 snakes, the longest being 13 feet long, which bit him 3 times in the process. Ouch. There hasn't been a Python challenge since. Until now. Starting next week, the 2020 Python Bowl is on in Florida, and Daniel is going to defend his title. The competition is an effort to remove pythons from the Florida ecosystem as they are an invasive species. But for Daniel, it's just for his love of snakes. A lot of the other competitors, they kill the snakes before they capture them, but not Daniel. He captures them all alive and with his bare hands. Good luck to you, Daniel.
Did you dig deep into this article? Because this is the best story that we're reporting. This took up like 3 hours of my life.
I think it really, really is.
So this dude's about $150. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got like long hair, beard. He's got a little daughter. Mm-hmm. But he's out wrestling these pythons, which apparently aren't poisonous. That's why he got bit 3 times.
Right. They're
they just suffocate
constrictors,
you.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So the dude just rocks or like pedals around on his bike, looks for snakes. Sees a snake, jumps on it, like grabs its head. The thing tries to choke its arm out, usually.
Yeah, right.
And then he throws it in a pillowcase and then pedals along further.
Our very own Steve Irwin.
Yeah, the dude's just awesome. And he's little. So he said when he found this 13-foot thing, he said jumped on it. It pulled him into the water. It started biting him. And then once it realized, because he said that snakes are all muscle, so they tire easily. There's no fat on them, I guess. So there's nothing they can pull from once they get tired.
Is
so he's
like energy reserves.
So he's like, as long as I just hang on to this snake and don't let it get around my neck, eventually the thing's gonna tire, and then he'll drag it out. But
you know what, Animal Planet? We got your guy.
This guy's and I don't think the winner of the competition. What would you think the winner gets?
Oh, I don't know.
This is Python. This is a big deal. Like this is the
a big steak
annual
dinner.
A steak dinner.
A steak dinner.
A snake dinner. Is that a joke?
Oh, gross! No, I said
they
steak
sell snake.
dinner.
Jungle Jim's had a python snake. You can
yeah,
buy. It's gross.
Surprised.
But no, they get an ATV. Okay.
Oh,
and
that's fun.
Whoever catches,
maybe this time he can be running around Florida in his ATV instead of his bicycle.
Whoever catches, that's a good point. But whoever catches the biggest snake gets $2,000.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Now he has a GoFundMe page.
Well. Yeah.
He's trying to raise $2,500, which pays for him, I think, to get down there.
Yeah, well, and he's got to be down there for like a month.
Yeah, that's a month. So yeah, he's living off of he gets him a
beef
tent.
Jerky.
Yeah, gives him a tent, some rice.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wears gloves. I don't think he does. I saw a video of him. It's freaking crazy.
Yikes.
But he's only raised $750.
Oh, guys, we got to help Daniel out.
If you I think this guy's great. I wish he would go capture snakes from everywhere because I am scared of them. So I was like, I might contribute to this. There's people dying all the time with GoFundMe pages.
Yeah.
This is the first one that's really spoken to me. I need to make a difference.
Yeah.
Because it's my way of saying, F you snakes. Daniel's going to come get your ass.
Yeah.
Here's $25.
I feel for you, Daniel. If Australia wasn't burning right now, I'd probably throw Daniel some money. But
he'd probably go out and capture all the koalas.
Oh my gosh. I saw something this morning and it was like a charred kangaroo stuck in a fence, and I just got was hysterical.
No, see,
I'm all choked up now.
You're bringing this down.
I know. Sorry, Daniel.
You're distracting from Daniel.
I am.
Let's talk about
I stole his thunder.
But anyway, so good luck to him.
Yes.
He should be on a show. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely. Animal Planet, get on it. Discovery Channel, History Channel, don't know, don't care. Just somebody. A USA Today blog called Cincinnati Chili, the #1 hangover cure in the nation, The blog says, this heaping helping of spaghetti topped with a brown chili sauce and shredded cheddar is not the most photogenic meal. In fact, Deadpan once called it the worst regional foodstuff in America. But to Cincinnati locals who have had too much to drink, this dish is a welcoming sight. This local dish combines carbs, protein, and grease to create the perfect antidote to hangovers. Not sure if this is a compliment or a diss, really, but you know what? We'll take it.
I've never had this as a hangover cure because the only time I've ever been able to eat it is when I am already drunk.
Oh, that's right, because you don't like it. You
I
grow
don't
up
like
on
it.
it. Yeah. I could see that. I don't think I would want the, like a three-way, though, with the spaghetti. I think the spaghetti, if I'm like queasy, would creep me out. But a good old chili dog, yeah, I could get down for that. In New York, because that's when I was the age that I was getting drunk.
What
and
age
needed a hangover.
Like 12?
Well, when I was like in my 20s.
Oh.
When I was in my early 20s and getting drunk, I, before kids, I would always want like a pizza burger or like a chicken parm.
Pizza burger.
Oh, yeah. I'd go to the diner that was open all night and get a burger topped with pizza sauce and mozzarella. It was delightful. Big old plate of fries. So they got the grease factor down for sure.
Not anymore, though.
No.
Your dietary situation has changed.
Oh, yeah. Well, but I think if I was hungover, I'd still want a pizza burger.
Okay.
Maybe no bun.
Yeah.
And the fries can soak up all the...
Yeah.
No
Sure.
bun. No bun.
Well, there you go.
That makes it healthier.
So, what are your plans for this weekend besides getting wasted and having
a pizza burger?
A pizza burger bunless?
So I'm actually going to Newport to Southgate House Revival to see my friend's kid play something. He's got a concert. He plays the drums. But I don't know like what the concert is, but she said, "Hey, come." And I said,
how old
I'll
is
be
this
there.
kid?
I believe he is 11.
And you're voluntarily going to this?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Choir concerts for middle schoolers are the worst.
Well, it's not a choir
because they're not really
concert.
cute anymore at that age.
Yeah.
And they're trying to play something, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
And usually it's accompanied by the orchestra and the band and the choir, and it's 4 hours, and it's miserable.
I gotta say, the first strings concert was rough.
Yeah.
The fourth graders trying to play the violin. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And at that point, they couldn't even play songs. It was just like, and here's B flat. So what are you doing this weekend, Brett?
Well, I don't know what I'm doing. It's so early. We spent so long doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's probably going to involve packing, selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. If Jackie has any clothes to sell, I would recommend Mercari.
Usually we take stuff into places and
Yeah.
they're all like, this is all crap. All of your stuff is crap. We'll give you $2 for these 10 items. Otherwise you can burn it all.
Yeah.
No, we have no luck in any of that. So, no, I think
No, it's like an app.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's easier than doing it Facebook Marketplace because you don't have to go meet weirdos. So you just put it on the app, and some people charge for shipping. Some people offer free shipping, but you get pretty decent prices.
I don't meet weirdos. Weirdos come to me.
No, that's true.
How we do our marketplace.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I am doing. Mm-hmm. I'm sure I'll come up with something.
Yeah.
We're gonna wing it. But if you're, what if you have little money?
You know what? There's a pretty good budget option if you are thinking of getting married or just like this stuff. I don't know. I keep seeing all these bloggers just going to the bridal stores in Reading and trying on dresses because it's fun. But if you're a bride-to-be, you should head to the Cincinnati Wedding Showcase at the Sharonville Convention Center this weekend for over 30,000 plus square feet of imaginative exhibits from over 100 of the industry's top wedding professionals. Sample catering and cakes, view distinctive fashion and floral designs, and plan your perfect wedding. Single day passes are, are $8, or you can get a weekend pass for $12. That's very reasonable. I feel like a lot of the conventions and stuff that come in are very expensive.
All these people are in the buying mode.
Why would you charge to go?
Why would you charge for this?
I don't know. They always seem to.
I mean, it seems like there should be enough. It should be the vendors pay.
Yeah.
And then all the public comes for free.
I guess so. I guess they're just trying to keep it on the cheaper side for some of the small businesses, maybe. I don't know, but I'd pay $8 to go sample cake.
Yeah. Well, if you have a lot of money to burn because you're not getting married.
Right.
Or you're already married. The annual KOI Cavalcade of Custom Car Shows brings hundreds of the coolest custom cars, hot rods, motorcycles, trucks, and more to the floors of the Duke Energy Convention Center in downtown Cincinnati. The show also will feature special guest celebrity appearances. Don't know who those will be, but usually someone from like a cable network usually shows up.
Gotcha.
I don't have cable, so I don't know what people watch, but there's probably some car show where someone's going to show up for this.
Sure.
We'll figure that out. Brian, who's a celebrity appearance going to be? Yeah. Anyway, special events, activities, contests, great KOI deals, whatever that means, good food, and tons of fun. The show runs from 3 to 10 on Friday, 10 to 10 on Saturday, and 10 to 6 p.m. on Sunday. Tickets are $19 for adults and $7 for kids.
Is KOI like an auto parts
I think it is.
dealer?
KOI, yeah.
I feel like I can see their sign. It's got like the tri-state and KOI. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know things.
It probably stands for...
Killed on impact? Nothing. I got nothing.
Yes, killed on impact. They said we gotta change the way people think of how.
Oh, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana. Jesus.
No, I'm pretty sure it's killed on impact. They're like, guys, this is plaguing your industry. These cars are actually killing people. Like, what if we put on the biggest show of all time and we get this one celebrity guy from that cable network, and we have contests and activities, and we charge $7 for kids? They're like, that'd be great. Welcome to the Killed on Impact convention show. Oh wow.
Crap. I am inexplicably hysterical. But if you're looking for something to do for date night, start your weekend early at the Video Archive Bar in OTR. The Video Archive is a video store speakeasy inspired by director Quentin Tarantino. And every Thursday night they have Mug Club. Pay $6 for a mug and a beer, and then refill it all night with $2 domestics or $4 crafts. Producer Ryan might be there, so maybe you should, swing on by and meet Producer Ryan. I've never been.
How are they going to recognize Producer Ryan?
I don't know.
I think he should wear a special shirt.
He should.
He probably needs a This Week in Cincinnati shirt.
Oh, there you go. We're going to have to take care of that. Or, he's going to need to, post a picture of his mug on our social.
Are you talking about the face or the mug and the beers? Oh.
I was being punny, Brett. I've never been to this place, but it seems very cool. I saw a video. I don't know if it was on a TV show or if it was YouTube. Kevin Smith, the Silent Bob, that guy with the grown man that wears the jean shorts. He went there and there was a whole TV thing on it. It was probably on Travel Channel or something. And it's a video store with VHS videos in the front, and then there's a secret entrance behind the wall, and you go back into this bar.
So, can you rent a video?
I think so. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. I like it.
All right. Well, that's all for this week in Cincinnati. We're looking forward to a great 2020 with the podcast, and we want to hear from you on what you'd like to hear. Or who you'd like to hear. We didn't talk about Producer Ryan's episode at all.
Oh, we didn't. It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. He's got that smooth voice.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, I don't know why, but I'm strangely attracted to Producer Ryan right now. I was like, man.
Watch out, Rose.
Man, yeah, watch out. Oh, we can say Rose, can't we?
Oh. If not, he can edit that out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We can say all sorts of other stuff he can edit out.
We can, but we are at 41 minutes, so he might have to edit lots of stuff out.
We're going way too quick. Well, anyways, give us a 5-star review. Leave us a review. Stay tuned for the cleanup with our producer, Ryan Taulbee, as he corrects all the mistakes and misinformation we try to feed you as fact throughout this episode. You need some cough medicine or something. Speaking of sicknesses.
Well, I thought the bronchitis was gone, but it might not be gone.
Apparently now I have it. We should get 2 different microphones instead of talking right into the same one. I'm just kidding. Anyways, for listening to myself, have an amazing week this week in Cincinnati.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the cleanup with producer Ryan. Look at me opening and closing the podcast. Very, very exciting stuff. Probably the best move for 2020 we've seen so far. So let's get right down into it. Starting with Fountain Square, a quick Wikipedia search has proven that indeed an Indian mound, which is a giant Indian burial site, used to be at the present site of where Fountain Square is. So it's unclear whether they're all still down there, but turns out we've just been skating over Native American corpses, so that's pretty messed up. Moving on, I never have and probably never will ever write a check. I don't get it. I don't need to do it. I don't even like using cash. As soon as someone gives me cash, I give it to my mom and I have her Venmo the amount back to me because I don't want cash. I don't want to split up my money. I have it all in my apps. I have it all in my Venmo, my PayPal, my PNC. I don't need any cash. Don't give me cash. And for the love of God, don't give me any change. I want nothing to do with any of that. Also, don't know what the hate on Krogies are, the little Kroger cartoons. I know I'm a little biased to Kroger, but I love the little dudes. I love them. I have a little cat Krogi sticker. Very fun. Very fun. Also, $1 million in 1858 is worth approximately $29,312,288.91 in 2020 money. So that's about how much Charles McMicken left behind when he died to build UC. So that's a lot of money. Also, Alysa, football is played in the rain. It happens all the time. That's okay. But what happened was that they got like 8 minutes into the first quarter, and then there was lightning. And according to like official lightning law, you cannot play football when there's a lightning strike within 8 miles of the stadium. So I guess there was enough lightning to cause a 90-minute delay. So most of the game was played in rain, but they had a big giant delay because of the lightning. That's why. So they do play in rain. And finally, I can't believe I left this out of the podcast script. I just didn't scroll down the webpage far enough. But at the KOI Cavalcade of Customs, here is the celebrity guest list. So, we have Seth Rollins, who is a WWE superstar, who's going to be there Friday night. Then we have Kyle Busch, who I believe is a NASCAR driver, going to be there Saturday from 12 to 2. Aaron Kaufman and Mike Finnegan, who are from like car shows. The Chop Shop. They're going to have a pinup girl contest. Not really sure how I feel about that. But in the smack dab middle of this list, we have all these car guys, WWE, NASCAR, and then in the middle, Spider-Man. That's right, folks. Look it up. Spider-Man is going to be there Sunday from 11 to 5. It just says Spider-Man Superhero. Doesn't say, it's a man in a costume. It's the writer Spider-Man, Spider-Man in a car. It's just Spider-Man at the KOI Cavalcade of Customs. So, if you're looking to have a good time Sunday, head to Duke Energy Center and meet Spider-Man. Hell, maybe I might go. Probably not, but hey, it's a fun little thing. So, yeah, that's that for this week in the cleanup. Thanks for listening, guys, as always. Here's to a great year in 2020 of This Week in Cincinnati. And as always, have a great week This Week in Cincinnati. Bye-bye.